guess what? I have this to say to those people. People like over at TYT are always for censorship. I had so many arguments with them about censorship. They're always for censorship at TYT. Anybody on a corporate algorithm seems to be for censorship. Guess what? Breaking. Facebook has just shut down a major left-wing group in Britain. Why is Facebook silencing political activists who speak out for Palestine and Black Lives Matter? Hashtag Facebook censorship. There it is. There's an article from the Socialist Workers' Party. Facebook shuts down major left-wing group. I guess the oversight board at Facebook found this necessary. Good thing Facebook can keep everybody in the dark about all of this. Isn't that great that they can just go ahead and do it? Because there's no laws yet, so they have to just start doing it.
Yeah, it's great that unelected tech billionaires can determine what our freedom of speech is. Isn't that what democracy is all about? I mean, like if we now more than ever, if we don't need, we've got to nationalize, make these public utilities and have real like independent public oversight in the same way as you brought up, cops investigating cops. That doesn't work. We need separate civilian oversight to monitor police, so when police commit crimes, they can't investigate themselves. And Facebook can't claim, we're a private business. No, you're not anymore. No,
you're a public utility, just like the phone company is. AT&T can't decide to stop giving phone service to the Republican National Committee because they don't like the shit they're saying on their phone calls. That's called a utility. And so everybody has a right to a utility. If you're going to take away someone's right, you have to frickin' have a legal reason to do that, and they get to represent themselves in court. Facebook took actions on Friday, shutting down the Socialist Workers' Party page and removing dozens of leading Socialist Worker Party activists from their platform. The Socialist Worker Party Facebook page regularly posts in support of Palestine, Black Lives Matter, and against Boris Johnson's COVID policies. It also hosts dozens of online events every week that activists across the country take part in. Glenn Greenwald says Facebook has shut down the accounts of one of the biggest left-wing organizations in Britain, the Socialist Workers' Party. The Socialist Workers' Party Facebook page posts in support of Palestine, Black Lives Matter, and against Boris Johnson COVID policy. Congrats to all who urged this system. I hate to say we told you so, but might as well, while there's a platform for us to still say it on. We told you so. We told you so, TYT. We told you that this is what would happen. We told you that this is what happens. It's already been happening. This is just another example of it happening. It's been happening since 2017. Glenn Greenwald says the only thing that's going to be left on the internet are CNN, Morning Joe, Vox, and K-Hive memes. Just imagine how boring that's going to be. That sounds like a donor dinner so lame even Tom Perez would bail early. Just look at that lineup. If that was a music festival, it'd be a bigger disaster than Firefest. So there you go. Now Facebook officially out there just censoring left-wing pages, not giving a reason, no due process, no nothing. We're just censoring anything that's anti-establishment. So if you're for censorship and you think it's right because the guy you want to censor is a Nazi, or the guy you want to censor is a racist or a white nationalist, what you don't understand is that same censorship is going to be used against you. It already is. Because they don't censor people who are pro-establishment. They censor people who are anti-establishment. No matter if they're on the left, right, middle, no matter if you're anti-establishment, you're going to be censored. If you have a different narrative about war, if you have a different narrative about COVID, if you have a different worried about workers or strikes or anything in the world, you're going to be censored. If you have a different, they're censoring Socialist Workers' Party. They're out there advocating for workers and worker rights. That's the worst thing that they can have. Anything, Graham, on that?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's so funny. Like the left takes great pride in saying, oh, these right-winger MAGA, they vote against their own interests, and they do the same thing. They do the same thing, and it's unbelievable. They can't realize that this is a slippery slope. There's a clear line. If some white nationalist is saying, get a gun and go hurt that group of people or whatever, burn that's a crime. It's already on the books. There you go. You don't need new laws on top of that. And they're going to just be okay with it because I don't know. They don't want to rock the boat. We know this, the neoliberals, especially the blue check Hollywood ones, man, they just want to go to brunch and, put a coexist sticker on their Prius and, put a rainbow flag on everything and really live in their predominantly white neighborhood and put a Black Lives Matter sign out and not really give a damn because they're not going to drive through South Central Los Angeles. They're not going to see working class people. They're going to drive by tent cities and go, boy, someone should do something about that. They don't care. And they think that they're better just because, and in fact, they're worse because they're college educated and shouldn't they know better? They're proud to tell you that they know better and they don't. And they're just letting this happen. And America's been so propagandized, the right, the left, the center. They have no idea that America is collapsing. We're in a right-wing country. If you were watching another country go through this, you'd be like, oh, this country's done. They're collapsing.
Yes.
Americans, and they're keeping us so divided. The ruling class is so skilled at keeping us divided, and they love playing along. The left just loves playing along with this. So
and if you're on the left, and you're giddy about censorship of any form, just to let you know, you're not on the left. Yeah. That's an authoritarian right-wing position. That is a fascist position to be pro-censorship of anybody. So just so you know, I don't care if you're transgendered and you're for censorship, that doesn't make you on the left.
Nope.
Your sexuality doesn't make you on the left.
Nope.
What makes you on the left is your policies, and if you think you're on the left and you're for censorship, you're a right winger. You're an authoritarian fascist. Sorry to break it to you, but that's how it works in the real world. No matter what you fucking think. Hey everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.